A lot of people, when they start to learn about automation, whether they are learning it to do it for their own businesses or they're learning it to do it for other people's businesses as a freelancer or a contractor, they often ask, do I need to learn how to code to become an automation expert? And this video is going to teach you about whether you need to learn how to code to become an automation expert, but also are there benefits to potentially learn how to code if you are wanting to up your automation skills. So firstly, let me quickly summarize it. No, you do not have to learn how to code to become an automation expert, but it definitely helps. So just a little bit about myself. I come from a software engineering background. I studied computer science, I worked as a software developer, and those skills have 100% helped me when it comes to becoming an automation expert, because obviously I'm an automation freelancer, an agency owner, and I help businesses with automation. And I'm going to give you a couple of reasons in this video of why learning to code will actually help your automation skills if you're wanting to do it for your own business or you're wanting to do it for other people's businesses as a freelancer or contractor. So the first reason is that there's not always an off-the-shelf solution when it comes to these automation tools. I love tools like Zapier. I'm a certified Zapier expert, and also I've worked with tools like Integromat, and they offer hundreds and thousands of connections between apps. But unfortunately, not every app that businesses use in the world are on those platforms, because the teams only have so much time to work on these integrations and they only have so much attention and focus to give support. So not every app is going to be on the platforms, unfortunately. But if these apps offer a way for you to communicate with them, something called APIs, and you have the technical skills that does not require a lot of coding experience to be able to start using these APIs, you can basically do your own integration with these tools, or you can find another solution. So that's the first reason why learning to code can be extremely useful if you want to learn automation, whether you're doing it for yourself or you want to start doing it for other people. So the second reason why learning to code as an automation expert is extremely useful is that unfortunately not every solution is going to be as simple as A to B. There are going to be situations that there are errors you receive. There are going to be situations of you need to put this type of information in this certain format. And for people who haven't learned to code, some of these things can be quite confusing in regards to the error messages that you get back, or the things they're telling you to do, or the different formats that you need to put the data in. So learning to code teaches you those skills of how to actually properly research into how these different apps communicate together. Dig into the details of how they actually speak together, what they need from each other, and all those types of things, which can be a little bit trickier if you don't have coding experience and the simplest path doesn't work right off the bat. So that's the second reason why learning to code can definitely be beneficial, more from the debugging aspect of trying to work through problems. Third reason why learning to code can be extremely useful as an automation expert is because it can help you find more efficient ways to solve a problem. So I love tools like Zapier, Integromat, things like this. But when you use tools like this, you're obviously making a trade-off between how user-friendly these applications are versus what you can do with them. And naturally, that's on a scale of the more user-friendly something is, the more restricted you are going to be in regards to what you can do with these platforms. And sometimes that can lead to situations of you're creating automations that work, but they're quite a lot bigger than they need to be. It uses a lot more steps, a lot more instructions to the process, and it can become a bit trickier to manage and things like that. And learning to code actually allows you to find slightly more efficient ways to do some of these automations. So still using those same tools like Zapier, Integromat, things like that, ActiveCampaign, you can still identify better opportunities to say, combine multiple steps into one step using a little bit of code, or you find ways that you can combine multiple, say, separate processes into one, so you remove the repeating of things. Fourth reason that learning to code can be really beneficial if you want to learn automation is that you learn to start thinking in terms of do not repeat yourself. So do not repeat yourself, is a concept from software engineering and coding that basically says what it sounds like. You look for opportunities that you aren't repeating the same things over and over in multiple situations. Because what happens is, let's say you need to go change or update that piece of code or the way you've set up the automation in one place, and that's repeated in 5 different places. You're going to have to go update that in 5 separate places, and that increases the chance that you make a mistake or you forget to update something. So it introduces a lot more chance of a human error, and that obviously creates problems when you want to, say, scale a business very far and create a very repeatable process that doesn't require a lot of human involvement. So those were the 4 reasons why learning to code can be extremely useful when it comes to learning automation skills, whether you want to do it for your own business, like I was saying, or you wanted to learn these skills so you can become a skilled automation freelancer or contractor or automation agency owner.